Hey guys, happy Sunday. Today I am sitting outside because my boys are being loud inside and I just wanted to go somewhere quiet, but you may hear some cars passing by or airplanes flying over, but I thought this might be a better place to do it today. Anyway, I am going to talk to you guys about getting a good night's sleep. I know so many of us are having trouble sleeping, myself included, with what's going on in the world, stress, uncertainty, so many things are going on, and a good night's sleep is so important. You know, lack of adequate sleep can affect your judgment, your mood, your ability to learn, your ability to retain information. There's lots of problems that go along, even with like chronic pain and inflammation. So if you have been wanting a better night's sleep, stay tuned, keep listening, because that is what we're going to be talking about today. There's lots of times that people will be taking like sleep aids or prescription medication to help them sleep. So I want to offer you guys some information, whether it's food or supplementation, to help you sleep better. So we're going to talk about melatonin first. Melatonin is an antioxidant and an anti-inflammatory that helps us sleep, and it's naturally produced in our bodies. But the problem is, as we get older, melatonin production decreases with age. It's also inhibited by light. So I know a lot of us watch TV before we go to bed. I'm guilty as far as being on my computer right before bedtime, doing some work and doing some emails, and that light decreases the melatonin that's produced naturally, and it suppresses that. So it's going to be a lot more difficult to fall asleep if you're watching TV or on your computer. So what we always recommend is, you want your room as dark as possible. You want no night lights. You really want it dark, but that's not what we're really talking about. I want to kind of stay focused more on the food today. So sometimes people will take a melatonin, whether that's like a really low dose of like 3 to 5 milligrams about 30 minutes before you go to bed. That's a possibility, especially because, as I said, we do decrease melatonin as we get older. But there's also other things that melatonin is in naturally if you want to supplement with food instead. So one of my favorite things is tart cherry juice, concentrated, not with sugar. It has to be no sugar added. Tart cherry juice from concentrate right before bedtime, just about 2 tablespoons. You can add it to water, and it contains a high level of melatonin that regulates your internal clock and sends signals to your body to get ready for sleep. There was a study done by the Louisiana State University that found that insomniacs who drank tart cherry juice increased their sleep by 90 minutes. That's a lot of time. So just a warning on tart cherry juice, it is a natural blood thinner. So if you are taking tart cherry juice as like a supplement to sleep before bedtime, make sure that your doctor knows, because sometimes your medication may need to be adjusted. And if you have a surgery coming up or anything like that, or a procedure coming up, make sure that you stop taking tart cherry juice at least 7 to 10 days beforehand. The other thing that's really important for sleep is magnesium. Magnesium is essential for brain function, and it also may improve your sleep. It plays an important role in your nervous system. It helps to activate mechanisms that quiet and calm your brain. So lots of times our minds are racing, we have anxiety, even depression, that all those things can interfere with sleep. So either eating foods high in magnesium throughout the day, that will absolutely help. But you can also, I'm going to at the end tell you some other products that have magnesium in it, which is great. Some foods that have magnesium: halibut, almonds, cashew, spinach, oatmeal, yogurt, beans, bananas, milk, and as I said, some people take a supplement. Pumpkin seeds are really high in magnesium. It has about 649 milligrams, which is nearly double the recommended dosage from the National Health Institute. And so that's a good food to snack on throughout the day. Pistachios is another nut that is a good one for sleep. Same thing, it has a lot of magnesium in it, also vitamin B, which is great. Kiwi, which most people wouldn't think to have, has serotonin in it, which is a brain chemical that helps regulate your sleep cycle. And then yesterday I was talking about omegas. Walnuts are really good because of omegas, but besides omegas, they contain something called tryptophan, which helps produce melatonin and serotonin in the body and improves the quality of your sleep by regulating those sleep cycles. Some other things that people like to do is drink like chamomile tea. right before bedtime. It's known as like a mild tranquilizer or sleep inducer. So you can do that before, really like any herbal tea, but chamomile is definitely one that is shown to help with sleep. So that's a good, and lots of people like to get into rituals before you go to bed at night. So like, reading a book, drinking chamomile tea are all really important things that you can be doing. A lot of people like to take products with magnesium in them. There's something called Calm. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that or have even tried it yourself. Calm is a good one. And then I've been doing something called Moon Juice Om, which I do before bed. I just mix it with a little water and drink it. A good friend of mine, Clean Kitchen New Hampshire, she does it and she puts it in her tea every single night before bedtime, and that's her nightly ritual. So those are like things that have to do with food, but I want to briefly talk about blue light as well. I'm on a video. Sorry about that. That was my son. So I want to talk about blue light. Blue light it also can affect our sleep at night. So the sun naturally has blue light in it, and our computer screens and TVs and all those things also have blue light, and that blue light can affect what's going on at night. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because my son is outside. I'm on a video, please, and I have an airplane going over my head. So sorry about that. So blue light can stop the production of melatonin and the chemical that's associated with sleepiness. So if you're using screens near bedtime, you can cause your brain confusion, and so that's not good. So some of the things that you can do is to wear, you can wear blue light glasses, which I highly recommend, and I actually keep them on my nightstand, and I put them on as soon as I get in bed, and anytime I'm like on my phone at night or on my computer, I will be wearing blue light glasses. So that is another thing that I highly recommend that you get in the habit of doing. Ideally, you wouldn't be on TVs or screens an hour or two before bedtime, but I know that that's really tough to do these days with, we're all attached to our screens. So whatever we can do to help that is always a good thing. So those are my tips for getting a better night's sleep. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or send me a private message. I do have more information and more sleep tips, so if you want any of those, feel free to reach out. Thanks. Have a good day, everyone.